we are carrying out includes the Abia Airport in Unsulu. We also have this government recovering lands of a previous acquisition relating to the Abia Palm in Okwa East and partly Ugunabon. The land acquisitions for the various housing projects we're doing, for the medical city, for the new heritage city, and various land acquisitions happening across Abia North, where we have various agro-allied industries and investors coming in. The power sector is not left out, as the government is following through on the right of way for the transmission line between Umuahia and Mbalano, and Umuahia and Ohafia. And we also have the new transmission line moving from Umuahia to the Nsulu Airport, where a power station will be set up at Amakama, which becomes an industrial area. So across the agri sector, the sports sector, the housing sector, roads, power, industry, transport, where you have the planet projects happening in Umuahia and also happening in Aba, the health sector, and the education sector. You see that this administration is very busy with the impacts on lands. I use this opportunity to extend the gratitude of this administration for the cooperation of Abians in the land acquisition exercise. Another aspect of the activities of this ministry on behalf of the Alex Oti administration is the mapping of the entire Abia. The size of Abia sits on over 4,000 square kilometers of land, and the mapping of the states has commenced. It has commenced with the establishment of monuments, which are geodetic control points across 66 locations in the states. The establishment of these monuments, which is scattered across the entire local government, precedes the flyover of a state by manned aircraft, capturing images at 8-centimeter resolution. These images captured is what forms a base map of Abia that gives us an accurate representation of the state of things in Abia, and also forms the basis for the structural/master plan of the states. This impacts on land administration, planning, identification of our critical public and security assets. This is another significant achievement of the states. This exercise is set to be concluded by May 2026. A third aspect of the activities of the Ministry of Lands for this administration is the revamp of our public buildings. And in revamping of our public buildings, we tackle it on a strategic basis. And one such cluster is the State Secretariat that we are in. The State Secretariat we're in, when we came in as an administration, there was no water, there was no lights. The state of the public infrastructure was poor. There was no fencing, and it was exposed. Strategically, we have revamped the public infrastructure, opening up the closed Nnamdi Azikiwe Secretariat, revamping the 2 buildings which were done by the TOG administration, and about to commence a 3rd building, the construction of the crèche, the completion of the fencing, and various other aspects of the secretariat. So that as Abians, we have a secretariat that we are collectively proud of. It also helps with the co-location of our ministries and MDAs, so they are not scattered in different locations. And with this co-location, if you find out that the off-grid solar being done by the Ministry of Power, the fiber optic cables being laid through the office of the Chief Information Officer, co-location of resources, better management, a more conducive environment for our civil servants. Another cluster in revamping our public buildings is the Government House. If you drive down the Library Avenue, you'll see the brand new office of the SSG, You see the urban renewal happening on the fencing. You see the reopened Michael Opera Auditorium and various works happening within the government house, with this administration having made the strategic decision to maintain that location as a better option for Arabians. Another option in the development of public buildings is the relocation of Ministry of Agric to the former law campus and all that, and the development is in process. The last activity of the Ministry of Lands is the recovery and regularization of our various layouts. As a government, we inherited a lot of untidy land transactions, lands with which you have multiple allocations on one single land, or you have lands with all sorts of issues where people warehouse allocations without developing, leading to a very untidy land administration. As a responsible government, we inherit the assets and liabilities of the government before us as we set to create a new foundation for Abia. One of such locations is Lodu, which we have cleaned up and we're presently regularizing the titles. The Mbara Comma Public Servants layout, we have also replanned and ensure that that cluster is focused on public institutions to guide the outward spread of immigration and other institutions clustered in that area. We're presently replanning and regularizing the Aba industrial layout, which was created in the 70s by the Opabi Asika regime, and various other layouts scattered across the state. As we step into the yellow tide season, we encourage all Abians to take advantage of our COO in 30 days policy to obtain their Cs of O with ease, plus regularize their title documents. Obtaining your C of O is a seamless process. You do not need a middleman. You do not need a middleman. We operate a one-stop shop with the bank, the BIR, the Office of the Surveyor General, all residents in our customer service center. Our contact number remains 0916 000 2038. I repeat, 0916 000 2038. So is cofo@abiastate.gov.ng. Physical presence in Umuahia is within the Secretariat, Block A, second floor, State Secretariat. And in Aba, you'll find us at number 1 Industrial Road, Obo Hill. Thank you very much.